Alright, looks like we are going into the very first game at the top right position. As the yellow Zerg, we have SCC Faust.
And then in the bottom left, we do have the orange Protoss, ShakuRaS. There's apparently someone else playing under a different name.
Or maybe that's just his new ID now. I don't know. I haven't seen DN Max around for a while. But he's pretty... I think he's Peruvian, right? He's Peruvian Protoss?
I'm not too sure, I can't remember his name whatsoever. But yellow and orange has to be the two worst colours for the minimap on this map. Like, that has to be the worst, I think.
Oh man, you can't even ally anybody in ops mode. Wait, I can't even shift tab anymore. Wait, what?
I don't think you have been able to in the ops mode, have you?
No, they were both red for me when I spawned, and I had to shift tab to remove it, because I had it on allied colors since I was laddering. So it seems that there's a bug where if you had it from a ladder game, you can start with allied colors and you can turn it off, but you can't turn it on again. Blizzard, please.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, because that makes it a bit awkward.
Yeah. Oh well. Looks like we got overpull action from Mr. Faust. And
I think this is Faust's go-to build, really. He does this quite a lot, so...
Oh my god, wait. Do you see it? There's like a bone by the probe. Do you see that? Somebody's, like, femur is on the ground in the Protoss' natural.
And the natural, you say? Oh yeah, there is a bone there. There's also, like, lots of rib cages everywhere as well.
Wait, was this always here?
I think this is, like, if you press F5, they're not there, so they're like the little added doodads.
Oh my god,
although
that's insane.
It's a bit dark to put in, like, people's bones, but I guess it makes sense.
Wow. Alright. By the way, Protoss is going 2-gate. DN Max busting out the 2-gate on Judgment Day, which is kind of interesting, because Judgment Day, with the fast 3 bases, can lead to some greedy builds here. So if anyone doesn't know, aside from your main, you have like a natural kind of to the south, and then there's a free mineral only that you get if you block off the choke in front of it. So you get 3 bases by blocking 1 choke, which is pretty insane.
Yeah, some of that terrain is actually, I think it's unbuildable if I remember correctly. Like, you can't perfectly wall it, but I think Protoss may still try and wall that, because it seems to make a lot of sense. Although in this case, ShakuRaS is going 2-gate, so he's not going to need any wall. He's going to wall with the Zealots. The manly way of walling.
Oh yeah. You wall your opponent's drones with Zealots. That's how you do it. You wall them in the face. And are we gonna see...
ShakuRaS actually sneaks that probe in as well, so he's gonna not really see too much, just the obvious spawning pool. No gas yet though, so that's a pretty big tell, knowing that he's just gonna go straight for 3 hatch.
I love the little green, like, computer thingy. I don't even know what that is. Next to the hatchery. It looks like, if you F5, it's like just a nondescript block. Can't really tell what it is, but looks pretty cool in HD mode. Anyway.
Looks like I'd imagine what one of, like, the little medics computers look like, maybe.
Yeah, makes sense.
Where the Zealots are walking past as well, there's some bones with, like, blood on them as well. This is kind of a disgusting map. And there is an incredibly small, what looks like a little lighthouse next to them as well. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be.
Isn't that like some druggie's syringe? Just like discarded syringe on the map.
It's like pointing straight up as well.
Dude, what? There's so many awesome doodads on this map. How did this happen? This is amazing.
Desert Tile set is just the best. It's always been my favorite, and Remastered confirmed it. Although I will say the way the unbuildable terrain looks is very strange in the Remastered graphics. You can just see squares everywhere of different terrain colors.
Nice. Anyway, looks like both players just dancing back and forth. Nothing too crazy happening here. I do see a Nexus though building at the Protoss Natural, but I'm going to keep an eye on this attack at the front.
I'm kind of interested to know why ShakuRaS would take the mineral only rather than his actual natural. I guess it's because you can use the minerals to get a quicker third Nexus anyway, and you need to defend that choke.
I guess, but uh-oh. Uh-oh, looks like the Zealot's gonna get a little bit caught out. There's a ton of Zerglings here. They're gonna kill a lot of the Zerglings, but there's no escape for them, obviously. They run slower than the Zealots, so they're just gonna have to do a fighting retreat here. Doing a pretty good job of it, though. You know, causing Faust to lose a lot of time. They really need to just delay so that the Protoss has time to actually get cannons up or some kind of wall at the front of their base at that Nexus. And it looks like, two remain. They're gonna run into that little hut on the right. Oh man, if only you could enter buildings in Brood War.
Yeah, get in, garrison them. As the Lings walk in, you just like hit them.
That would be
We're
pretty
command
sweet.
and conquer now. Yeah, I mean, that delay tactic, it does, yeah, so Faust does know where ShakuRaS is based on the fact he does have 2 Overlords in his base now. He does see the Stargate coming up as well, so, I mean, the one thing is, the Stargate's not really going to help him with the sheer amount of Lings that are running across the map, and there's no cannons, there's no Forge, the Forge has only just finished.
Oh my god, I think ShakuRaS is gonna die right here. Way too late on the cannon. He built his Stargate before he built his Forge in PvZ. That is kind of crazy when you're trying to fast expand as well. And the choke isn't even like super narrow either. And yeah, this is gonna be game here for ShakuRaS. Nothing he can do against this, I think. Even if he retreats back to his home base, he's gonna lose everything. Maybe with some miraculous probe micro can sort of hold it down, but you can see the Link streaming out. It's basically a 3-hatch speedling all in now for Faust.
Yeah, he's even building a Corsair as well, but that really isn't going to help him.
Maybe he's building a scout to shoot the ground.
That'd be good. Maybe in about 10 years, the scouts would kill the 1 Ling.
Hey man, scouts are the counter to Lings. The Lings don't shoot up.
They're also super versatile, because not only does he kill the Lings, he kills the Overlords, like, incredibly fast.
Oh, you
Like-
made a Corsair. I am disappointed.
Scouts versus air is crazy. Like, if they were any cheaper, they would be so broken.
Yep.
And of course, GG is called on the first
GG.
game.
Anyway, oh, hello. Alright, at the bottom left is the brown Zerg. We have SCC Faust.
And then in the top right, once again, we do have the purple Protoss, Med ShakuRaS.
Plasma. That map.
Plasma is such a cool map, man. It needs to come back. Like, bring it in for ASL 5, it's fine. We got Gold Rush now, we're seeing some cool maps. Time to bring back Plasma, it's been too long.
Dude, Gold Rush kind of tilts me as well.
Gold Rush is really cool. I've loved watching games on that. I really want to play it, but I've not really played too many custom games recently, so
I just
don't often get to see cool things.
think it's kind of weird that it's so easy for you to get a worker into your opponent's main. Like, there's literally nothing you can do to stop a worker scout at any point in the game, because they can always just walk in the back without even like you don't even need to pylon push yourself through minerals like on Outsider. You can just walk all the way in, which seems very weird to me.
It is kind of strange, I must admit. It's like a super outsider, basically, because you have there's no minerals to push yourself through, you just, like, go through the eggs.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. I do love the way they've used the Troy mechanic of using 2 assimilators, though.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
when both the assimilators die, it obviously becomes a full wall, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I definitely like that, for sure. I like the better on Troy, though. I like Troy, actually. We should play Troy again. Troy should come back. Dude, put Troy in the next Clash of Char.
There's a lot of maps I want to put in. I really want to put Triathlon in one of them.
Oh,
Triathlon's
God.
a really cool map.
Oh my god. Wait, was that the map where, with the game where, what's his face went nukes against Free? Or wait, was it against Free? I think it was against Free.
I think it was definitely higher. I remember this game.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was a really cool game.
Oh man.
I actually watched that game a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember who was playing it, so I think it was free. But someone brought it up because I was bringing up I wanted to start using ghosts in ZvP a little bit more, because they're a lot of fun to like mess around with.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, you should watch Haya versus whoever on Triathlon." I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that game."
Looks like a good old pylon block. Going to be very annoying for Faust here. But he did go over pool, so he's going to be able to make 6 lanes and deal with this. And oh man, look at this probe! Oh, it doesn't quite get back here. Meanwhile, a bit of an awkward wall here from ShakuRaS. It's pretty hard to wall Blue Storm, especially in the top right position though, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, there was a really cool wall the other day. I can't remember what tournament I was watching, but the Protoss did a really nice wall in the bottom left position. I can't remember if it was something you were casting.
It was.
Or...
It was one of the old school guys.
PATL?
Sorry?
Was it on PATL, I think?
Yes. It was... maybe it was Dragon? I think it was Dragon, probably. Yeah, it was Dragon versus Babo on this map.
Like, is that wall in the top right actually link height on the right side?
Almost certainly not, I want to say.
Either way, he does have the 2 cannons, so hopefully that should be enough. But Faust showing he's not adverse to doing some little bit of aggression with his lings early on. Is moving across the map while getting his 3rd hatch at the mineral only in the middle as well. So looking to take this a little bit later, although he could of course transition into that ling wall in like he did last time, depending on what he scouts.
Yeah, it seems he's moving his Overload over just to see exactly how this wall looks and whether he can run by. He's not going to get vision of the top cannon, I think, so he might bait himself into a run by not realizing there's 2 cannons there, if he actually goes for this. And actually, I'm looking at this gap. The right of the gateway might be tight. I'm pretty sure it's not, but I can't say for sure.
Yeah, the only thing that makes me think it could be is there's actually that little bit that juts out from the wall. That causes the little thing on the floor. I guess we'll soon see. Whoa. Looks like it must be tight because the lings didn't pass through it, but Faust did give it a try.
Alright. I guess I was wrong. Nice job, DNMax.
Still does look like a very odd wall. Like, I wouldn't like to use this wall against a Hydra Bust.
Yeah, well, I don't know what wall you would use on Blue Storm against a Hydra Bust, because Blue Storm is just horrible for PvZ walls. But anyway, looks like a couple of Lings gonna seppuku into the cannon, unfortunately for Faust. But I think he's in an okay spot anyway. The fact that... Okay, whoa, wait. He's got Lair
Faust,
and Hydra Den.
Faust doesn't have any form of sunken or any Lings at home, and his Zealot is just waltzing straight into his natural mineral line. Faust does pull the drones very quickly, so good reactions from him. It looks like he's actually going to turn and fight, but I'm not sure what he's really doing here.
The thing is,
oh, he does lose one drone.
He doesn't want the Zealot in his main because he's rushing lurkers, but if ShakuRaS gets the Zealot in the main, he's going to see that and be able to prepare for it. You see, now he gets in. This is actually awful for Faust. The drone is far less important than the fact that Protoss now knows it's a lurker rush, and which means it's almost certainly not going to work. It's almost certainly going to be a lurker drop as well. At least that was the intention from Faust here, like a slow lurker drop. But now it's just like, oh god, he gets the Hydras out, but this Zealot just going to kill everything.
There's another Zealot as well that went into the 3rd, forcing the drones away, heading over to the natural there. There is finally that Hydra out, and the Lings do manage to kill the first Zealot, but the 2nd Zealot still just wailing away up to 1 kill, and just denying mining at this 3rd as well, which is not a good place for Faust to be in.
Wait, does Maduros not know what's happening? He's building 2 gateways, he's not building a robo yet. What's going to happen is, Faust is going to slow drop a lurker into the back of the natural using the Overlord that's right there, across the cliff. And he can also use the one on the right side to slow drop into the main base. Although, if the Corsair attacks it straight away, he's not going to be able to do that. But he's definitely should be able to get the one into the natural. Although, where the heck are his Hydras? The Hydras are actually a little bit far away here. If the Corsair actually kills both of these Overlords, that would be really, really nice for ShakuRaS.
Yeah, the one thing ShakuRa's got going for him as well is he's going straight up to Templar Archives. I do wonder if maybe he got confused and thought it was going to be a Hydra Bus. But he did see the lair, and I mean, he is quite an old school player, so he should know what he's seeing.
Yeah.
It seems odd that he wouldn't go for a robo, unless he's hoping to rely on cannons for detection, but that could be dangerous.
I think this is a misread on the build, possibly, but this Corsair, I think, will save him if he sees the Lurkers morphing here. Where the heck is this Overlord going?
The Overlord's just sort of... I don't know if it's just moving on the base attack now. It looks like it's going to move around. It's going to be very hard for him to do anything with a slow Overlord against Corsairs, so I do wonder if he's actually going to be upgrading Overlord speed. Although I guess he needs to get dropped first, so that's a lot of gas.
Interestingly, Faust has Hydra speed, so maybe he's just completely switched his strategy here, since he assumed, since it was scouted, that there's no way the Lurker drop would actually work. So he's actually just completely changed his build or something?
The crazy thing is, this is the first ShakuRaS actually done scouting-wise with his Corsair, so he doesn't actually know what Faust is doing. I mean, he's seen a lot of Hydras running across the map, and another 3 Hydras do pop out the hatcheries as he gets there. But it's still not a very good place to be with such a lack of information. He should have Storm by the time it comes out, but I think the thing that will save him here is the DTs. But that wall's actually costing him, because the DTs can't actually path out of his base, which is really confusing.
Oh man, so many cannons at this wall. Yeah.
Oh my god, is this Overlord going to be quick enough to catch these? No, it doesn't look like it is. Oh my god, he's going to try and block it?
He's missed it completely. It's gone into the natural. Oh man, this could be really bad. A couple of Hydras do pop out though. Is he going to see it? He knows.
Luckily for him, he's got the Overlord over the hatchery, so that should give him the chance of killing it. That could have been very bad otherwise. He still gets 2 drones though. Actually trying to get behind a gas, but that is in fact tight as well, so he wasn't going to be able to get behind there. I mean, Faust isn't really going to be able to do too much aggression, but the good thing is he is on his 3 bases. He can look to sort of tech towards the late game. But I do find it strange how he's still only on 3 hatcheries this sort of late in the mid game, I guess. Even though the big game is sort of just starting.
I mean, look at his drone count. The natural and third have very few drones on them, because I'm pretty sure he was going for the lurker drop rush, and that, you know, cutting a few drones in the process. Also, the early Corsair coming out, you know, when he didn't really have Hydras or upgrades to deal with them. Normally, you know, you'd have Scourge to deal with that, but instead having to use the Hydras meant he basically had to fall even further behind on the eco. So now putting on a little bit of pressure, he does have the lurkers morphing. He could still go for this drop, especially now that he has speed, overlords. Oh man, big storms! Whew.
Oh wow, I just realized you can box stuff now as well.
Yes!
I think you pointed that out yesterday and I completely forgot.
It's amazing. I hear a drop.
So useful to be able to see. Yeah, he's just loaded up on the overlords in the center of the map there. He has pushed back all the Corsairs. I think there's only 1 alive, and it's actually quite far down. So this overlord's going to go straight in. There is a cannon, but I don't think it's going to be in range. He is building the observatory as well, but he's actually walled off, for the most part, the lurkers of his mineral line away from the workers. So he's going to be able to deny mining on here for quite a while. He may even be able to snipe the observatory.
Are there 2 storms? No, there's no storms. They're both used on the Hydras.
Oh no, he's targeting all the probes that are stacked up on the gas. He's killing so many.
6 probes down. And looks like has lost the targeting. Wait, is he gonna go back? He's going back.
Oh, there's another lurker drop in the main as well. That's already killed 7 probes, 8 probes, 9 probes. Pretty much every single one of oh wait, there's tons of probes in the middle of his base. But he can't mine. And this cannon may actually go down before it starts, although there is an observer finally. So he's going to be able to clear up the drop in his main at least. Even building a cannon at the north side of his gateways just to be safe.
The random
loses the observatory, and so many Hydras are coming in there. A lot of them are low health though, from the storms from before. I don't think they're going to be able to break the cannons, but you may still be able to do a decent amount of damage.
Oh my god, amazing multitasking here from Faust. Oh, barely doesn't finish off this one cannon. One shot
and
from
that
anything.
lurker, there's a lurker in the main. It's right by all the probes.
Oh god, run probes! Oh, nice reaction time. And it looks like, oh, doesn't actually leave the lurker here to kill these few probes because the obs is overhead. The one lurker in the main is still just chilling there, finally gonna get the obs over. Actually, when the obs moves over, he can actually put the lurkers back at the natural. That'd be quite funny.
Yeah, just like elevate another 2 lurkers in. Thing is, he's not going to be able to build any more observers either. If he can get an overlord up here and snipe this observer... Oh, was that an observer or was that a Corsair? I think that must have been a Corsair that went down. But that means, once again, ShakuRaS is just completely blind. He does have the 3 observers, but he can't afford to send them away from his army or his main.
Now, interestingly, even though Faust has done a really great job here with the harass, he's still 22 supply behind the Protoss. So ShakuRaS is still kind of keeping pace with the Zerg. There go a couple more lurkers in the back. 1 cannon in range. Now they're not in range anymore. And oh my god, ShakuRaS is not paying attention. ShakuRaS is not paying attention to his attack. He's going to lose all the probes in his attack. There's 17 kills on the bottom lurker. What
and
the
it
heck?
has 18 health as well. I think he must have saved that from the main.
Oh my god, this lurker. Oh god, pick it up, Faust.
Oh, that poor hero lurker died. I mean, that was a bit overkill. He actually bought 3 observers there to kill it just to make sure. And there's a huge drop going on the right side of the map. Is that going to go straight for the main? He looks like he's going to try. The trouble is, back at home, I saw that his drone count is still incredibly low, so this is almost very all-in for him.
Yep.
But there's just not much defense anymore.
Oh my god, where's the storm? There's a big storm! He needs to dodge! He doesn't really dodge! Oh man! The storm's obliterating him. Well, never mind. Oh, he's going in the front too!
Oh, but Storm's on the front as well. He's just got Templar everywhere.
Wow, those insane storms actually saved ShakuRaS, and I think might have won him the game. Look at this, Faust dropping to 40 supply against a 70 supply Protoss. Such a scrappy game, although, can he get some more Hydra?
He's still got more Hydras. There's only 2 Dragoons defending with this one cannon. He needs to pull his other units over.
What an insane game.
Oh my god.
Get the obs?
Wait, how did they shoot the obs? There was no Overlord there, that was weird. They kind of shot them and then was like, wait, we can't see this. Like, why are we shooting?
It's like, whoops. Gotta pretend we're not hacking. I think it was barely in vision of the Overlord on the right. That's why. Oh, and he's going for 1 observer. He's 2 more left. There's 1 lurker at the front here, though. Actually, this could still go in Faust's favor. As you said earlier.
There's so many Hydralists running over. Oh, but another storm again.
Oh man, that storm, but he's got more and more Hydras coming in. What else does he have in his main base? As you said, I think he's pretty all in. He's getting another hatchery at his 3rd, but he's flooding in so many units, and he's actually breaking through here. No more storms left, it seems, for the Protoss. He's got almost 1 storm on the back, High Templar.
Well, can he get that Observer as well? Yep, he gets the Observer. There's very little detection anywhere. It's just the cannons in his bases now that can see what's going on. Oh, that clutch Lurker Morph as well. Keeping that Hydralisk alive. Well, switching into a Lurker now, but... yeah, that Lurker egg has 30 health. He needs to be very careful and defend that. Oh, there's 2 High Templar though. One of them does have Storm, but it goes down!
Oh, the back Templar had Storm and Faust doesn't dodge it, so but getting a nice double Templar snipe. Again, no more Templars left. A lot of Dragoons, but no obs. As you said, did he not remake his observatory? Oh my god, he didn't remake his observatory anywhere still. Oh wait, no, he must have, because another observer just came out. I don't know where this observer came from. I didn't see an observatory. Does he have an observatory in the main?
No, he doesn't. I think he must have just kept that one alive in his main from before.
Oh,
but that's going to be enough to hold off this attack. There's just no units left here for Faust. This is such a scrappy defense.
Wait, there's a DT in the main! There's a 10-kill DT in Faust's main.
Oh no, it even killed the Hydra Dan as well.
I was like, why is Faust at 11 supply right now? And it was because the DT killed everything in his base. But anyway, it looks like we're going into game number 3 here on Sniper Ridge. And Mr. Kicks lagging it up. Alright, at the top right is the red Zerg. We have SCC Faust.
And then in the bottom left, we do have the yellow Protoss and then ShakuRaS. And I would just like to point out every game so far, they've spawned in 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Just flipped in the middle.
Illuminati confirmed.
Blizzard put in fixed spawns. They've not removed it. They've put it back in. They've hidden it in there. And I bet I'll say that because someone will get confused. Like there's a guy on the Foreign Brood War channel called Jinjin, and I said yesterday as a joke that Jinjin is day 9, and someone believed me. And it's like, wait, what? Jinjin's Korean as well, so...
oh my god.
That was certainly something.
Dude, according to Foxhan, Day 9 was actually watching the Pan American Team League matches I casted on Friday or yesterday.
Yeah. That's why it came up in the Foreign Brood War channel as well.
Oh really? Man, that's crazy, dude. When he told me, I was like, "What? Oh my god!" I was like, it's like you know, after you have a conversation with a pretty girl, you like run over everything you said in your head. You're like, "Oh my god, did I say something stupid? You know, did I make a fool of myself?" It was like exactly like that, except for my cast. I was like, "Oh my god, you know, did I say something that was completely wrong? I mean, how bad was my casting that night? Oh god, I was like so panicky."
The only thing I noticed from yesterday was you kept getting right and left mixed up. I don't know how. But it wasn't too much of a big deal. That's why at some point I think in my chat, like or in your chat even, I posted at some point like Sayle is casting from the mirror world. Because it was the only thing that made sense. Yeah,
Oh.
we do see a 12 hatch from Faust, so not opting to go for that early pull this time, being a little bit more conservative. Now,
Yeah.
this would be a very interesting map to see him go for that early Lurker play as well, because this is such a good map for Lurker Contains. It is absolutely insane.
And there is a little bit of space kind of outside the natural where you can slow drop across into the main as well if you want to do that again. But ShakuRaS actually opting for a 1-base tech build this time, not going for the fast expand. So we'll have to see what he does, and that will definitely change what Faust does. But I think going for the 12 hatch is pretty good against this too. I don't think you're going to be too scared of the initial Zealot, especially cross spawns. So I think it's going to work out for Faust.
Yeah, I mean, with this map as well, you have the high ground outside of all the mains, and also the high ground throughout the middle of the map, which is the reason why this map never made it in StarCraft 2, because people pointed out it looked like a swastika, and then because of that, yeah, that's why this map never got remade in StarCraft 2, which is a little interesting tidbit.
Wait,
But some people on Team Liquid call this a swastika map now.
but how many maps were actually remade? The only one I know is Sin Chapeng Ryung, right? Were any other maps made?
Kesper tried to make Fighting Spirit, but it didn't really work very well. I don't think it actually made it like any tournaments. And I actually sat and watched the GSL finals this morning, and I've not watched StarCraft 2 in like about 2 years. And it was quite fun, but they're still actually playing the same maps as they were when I stopped watching. So, not entirely, but like Whirlwind, which was like a part of the Swarm map, that's still in the map pool for the GSL. So, kind of crazy, but it was a really fun cast. Like, it was a PvT and it was crazy, but I've not seen a StarCraft 2 game for so long. But it was just so interesting. Oh, this is a really good place for that Zealot to sit. It's going to be really hard for Faust to engage into that.
Probe in the main is gonna die. 1 hit left. Oh, not quite.
It's fine, it's regenning, it's cool.
Someone in my chat the other day actually said that like nowadays there's pretty much no new StarCraft 2 maps. They're all pretty much copies of one template. I think the reason was like in PvZ it's impossible to take a third or something in that matchup, where you have to like ball up your army, otherwise you can't win. So all the map
that's
designs
just
end up
Protoss
being the
in general,
same.
to be honest. I know I brought up last week that most maps look like Daybreak, or some sort of extension of Daybreak these days.
Anyway, back to this game. A Hydrogen was planted. I don't know if that was envisionment of the probe. The probe had just barely left the natural there. That was pretty ballsy timing by Faust. Huh, interesting. He does also have his lair on the way, and only 2 hatches. Could be going for some fast lurkers yet again, as you said. But the Zealot now coming, or a new Zealot now coming in, and a Dragoon as well. Look at this crazy aggression by ShakuRaS. He's got his Stargate pumping, presumably a Corsair, and just 2 gates of units just attacking against a Zerg. This is so brave.
Once again, Faust hasn't opted to build any form of Sunken or anything, so he's not opting to use one of his early drones. I don't think I've seen him build a drone in... I mean, I believe he's transferring drones there. His drone count's a little bit healthier this time, but he still has to run his drones away. The Zealot's still on 0 kills, but this Dragoon, in his natural, is just going to gun down these drones ever so slowly.
Dude, and the 1 HP probe is still alive. It's about to run back into his base. He actually kept that alive through this entire thing, which is actually really amazing to me. And this man-gun, holy...
There's a scout. There's an actual scout on the left side of the map.
Yes! He's doing it! Oh my god, he's doing my build. Kind of, not really, but it's a scout goon. Is he making more Dragoons? He's not making more Dragoons, but he built a scout. The scout is the best unit, guys.
We see a Citadel as well, but no Templar Archives just yet. He's still on 1 base as well, so he needs to really do some damage here. But Faust may opt not to go for any workers again. And that could be a big problem.
Yeah. Well...
Oh no, this scout's actually just gonna go in. It's not been seen either. It didn't kill any overlords or anything, so it's just gonna go straight into the natural. All the Hydralisks have just left and they're all slow. Oh, there's 1 Hydralisk there. 2 Hydralisks. How do they compare against the scout? I don't think I've ever asked that question.
The problem actually for ShakuRaS is he missed both overlords at his main base. At the very least, you want to kill the overlord that was at your natural. I have no idea how he missed that overlord at his natural. Because the scout will kill it so fast. It's so awesome. And look at him doing this fancy scout micro here to kill this overlord. Oh, man.
It's doing like 30 damage every hit as well. It's crazy.
Yep.
How much damage does it actually do? 28.
Pretty
That
close.
is crazy for air-to-air. Just imagine some weird Elseworld scenario where scouts costed less. Like, it's just scouts would be built every game. I'm fairly certain. We wouldn't see Corsairs in PvZ, we'd just see scouts.
Yeah, well, I guess it's also that they're really slow until you get the speed upgrade, which is super expensive.
Yeah.
And also, they...
You need a fleet beacon for it,
They
so...
take 3 supply instead of 2. Although that's less of an issue, I guess. But yeah, they're super expensive.
Yeah, they cost a crazy amount of gas, and don't they take ages to build as well, from what I understand? Oh my god, he's killing more overlords. They're just dying so quickly.
Oh! I think he could have killed that, but might have lost his scout. Now, looks like he actually has Zealot leg speed. Does he have +1? He does not have +1, but he's coming out with speed lots against these Hydras. The cannon on the high ground actually helping a little bit. I don't think he has enough Zealots to actually kill all of these Hydras here. It's a little bit optimistic, but he's going for it anyway, and more Zealots coming out. Maybe this will work. He's even just building the Nexus, just assuming that his Zealots are going to be enough to take this down. What a boss here, just man-moding it, and it's actually working! I can't believe it! Zealots are so strong!
So many of the Zealots are on such low health though, but the Hydras just can't compete, they're gonna have to retreat. Oh, and he misrallied some drones as well. Either that or he was going for some crazy, like, mana hatches.
And he misrallied an Overlord, so he's going to lose a third one for free here. 3 Overlords are going to fall to this Scout.
There's going to be a 4th one as well. There's actually 2 Overlords there. And that Scout is on 3 kills. Oh, but the micro's a bit too difficult. He's missed a load of shots.
Wait, where did the other Overlord go in the back? I thought there was one that was already at the Protoss Natural.
I think they both tried to retreat at the same time. The Scout got both of them. There is another one though. He's sending another Overlord over there.
He's running it to the left though. He's figured it out. He's like, wait a minute, this is not what I want. But he's now supply blocked at 33 of 27. Are the cannons ready though? The cannons of the Natural are not quite ready. He needs a speed loss to buy some time. Maybe they should run up onto this high ground and do something. The Scout, meanwhile, going back into the Natural. There is an Overlord here for it to kill. It's already at half HP. And looks like the Zealots are going to engage the Hydras at the front here. The cannons, though, are finishing. And this Scout is going to get another Overlord kill. 5th Overlord kill of the game.
Oh my god, and there's another Overlord as well, and there's no anti-air. And the Scout's actually just gunning down drones now. There's nothing in Faust space to defend.
Oh my god, run, little drone, run! Oh, he's dead! He's dead!
The Scout is the MVP of this game so far. The crazy thing for me is Faust still hasn't built any lurkers.
Wait, there's a shuttle. Is he gonna DT drop?
Okay, well we can't see what's in the shuttle, but
oh my
even
god,
if
another
Zealot
Overlord.
dropped it- Oh no, the Scout. This is the new meta, guys. This is the new meta. Just build one Scout and just fly around killing all of the Overlords.
And it looks like DT coming out along with some speed lot support here. Even if you can see the DT, it still does massive damage to Hydras. I believe it 2-shots Hydras, especially with the +1 upgrade. But looks like Faust is going for the all-in. He's going for the cannon bust. There's 3 cannons here. DT is dead. A couple of Zealots left. The Scout is back. It's actually picking off the Overlords at the front. There's 2 Overlords at the front. It picks off one of them.
Oh, and there's another DT as well. He needs to fall back. He just doesn't have enough units over here.
Oh my! Wait, is that a second? No, that is the original Scout. But there is a shuttle dropping off something in these Zergs. Man, he's gonna lose the Scout though. Oh, the Scout is gonna die. The 9-kill Scout. But there's a DT in the main. There's a DT in the main. There's no detection in the main base. He needs to just not die. He needs to pull these Dragoons back. He could die here at the front, but a DT is killing every single drone in the main base. If ShakuRaS doesn't die right now, he will win the game off the back of this DT that is just killing everything. Can he hold the front though? It looks like it's just down to the probes. Still no reaction from Faust in the main base.
And there's no Overlords there at all. I think Faust is just hoping that he can break through here. There's only 2 gates still. No, 4 gates, so I can't count. And yeah, 4 gates, but he is going to try and gun down as many probes as he can. But this DT, it's on 17 kills, 18 kills. He's killed every single probe, drone even. The only thing that Faust is going for him is this army at the front, this sort of two-base lair just hasn't been working out for him, and unfortunately that's most likely going to be the end to him. How does this always happen? Oh no, Faust, I'm so sorry.
Oh god, exactly the same as the Blue Storm game where I go to Faust's base and he has no drones, all killed to a DT, yet again happening. And Faust, I
He's just got
suspect...
the spawning pool as well. He has no minerals, he's got enough to make one drone, but he doesn't have any detection, the things are all dying. I mean, he's still microing at the front as well.
Oh no.
Oh, that DT. How many kills? That DT's got 30 kills. That is absolutely insane.
GG.
What I want to do is I just want to look at continue playing and see if this scout is actually still alive. No, that's the shuttle. It looks like the scout may have eventually died.
Yeah, it died at the front actually. Yeah. when the
Two
Hive was
units just won that game for ShakuRaS. That is absolutely insane.